Uncertainty is everywhere. You feel it the moment you check the news. Markets surge one day and crash the next. You see it when companies lay off thousands overnight. You notice it when inflation eats away at your paycheck, when interest rates jump unexpectedly, or when global events ripple all the way into your local economy. The truth is, we live in a world where stability feels like it's always just one headline away from collapsing. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by that uncertainty, you're not alone. Generations before us faced the same challenges. In fact, the Bible itself acknowledges this reality. In Ecclesiastes 11, written thousands of years ago, Solomon, one of the wisest and wealthiest men who ever lived, shared practical wisdom for building wealth in unpredictable times. Here's the fascinating part. His advice wasn't just spiritual encouragement, it was financial strategy. These were principles for thriving when the future feels shaky, timeless wealth survival rules that have helped people navigate empires falling, recessions hitting, technological revolutions, and global crises. And here's the key. You don't need a finance degree, a fancy stockbroker, or perfect economic conditions to apply them. These rules are simple enough for a farmer in ancient Israel to understand, yet powerful enough for investors, entrepreneurs, and everyday workers today to build real wealth. That's exactly what we explore here on The Wealthy Edge. Every week we break down timeless financial strategies, practical money habits and mindset shifts that help you thrive in any season without the hype or shortcuts that don't work. So if you're ready to start building stability and wealth even in uncertain times, hit that subscribe button now so you never miss an insight that could change your financial future. In this video, we're going to unpack two of those timeless biblical rules from Ecclesiastes 11 and show you how to use them so that no matter what storm comes, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Let's break them down. Now that we understand that uncertainty is a part of life, the question becomes, how do we actually protect ourselves and grow in the midst of it? That's where the first rule comes in. This is one of those principles that might sound simple on the surface, but when applied consistently, it can completely change your financial future. It's about building resilience, creating options, and making sure that no single setback can wipe you out. Let's dive in. The first rule is diversification. Ecclesiastes 11:2 says, "Give a portion to 7, and also to 8, for you do not know what disaster may come upon the earth." In today's language, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your resources across different opportunities. Imagine Sarah, a talented graphic designer. For years she relied entirely on her full-time job at a small agency. Then one day the company suddenly went under. Her income vanished almost overnight. If she had only ever depended on that job, she would have been in serious trouble. But thankfully, Sarah had started freelancing on the side, selling digital templates online, and even invested a small amount in a diversified index fund. Those other streams of income kept her afloat while she found her next full-time opportunity. This is exactly the principle Solomon was pointing to thousands of years ago. Life is unpredictable, and the more streams you have, the more buffers you create. It's not just about personal income, it's how smart companies operate too. Take Apple, for example. They don't just sell iPhones, they sell iPads, Macs, AirPods, and now even software services. If one product line hits a slump, another keeps revenue flowing. Netflix doesn't just stream movies, they produce original content, license games, and even sell merchandise. Each of these baskets helps the company weather market shifts and industry changes. The lesson here is simple. One stream might slow, but another keeps flowing. If one investment struggles, another may prosper. If one door closes, another remains open. Diversification isn't about chasing every shiny opportunity. It's about spreading wisely so that no single storm can sink your ship. And here's a key mindset shift. Diversification isn't just an investment strategy, it's a biblical safeguard against uncertainty. Solomon's advice wasn't only for ancient merchants or farmers, it's a timeless principle that applies to careers, businesses, and investments today. The wealthy don't depend on a single stream, they build multiple ones. That's how you survive, and ultimately thrive, even when life throws curveballs your way. The second rule is simple, but so powerful: stop waiting for the perfect time. Ecclesiastes 11:4 warns, "Whoever observes the wind will not sow, and whoever regards the clouds will not reap." Put plainly, if you spend your life watching for ideal conditions, you'll never plant anything, and you'll never harvest anything. Life will always throw risks, uncertainties, and reasons to hesitate in your path. Think of Mark, a young professional who dreamed of investing in the stock market. He kept waiting for the perfect dip to get started. Years went by, and while he hesitated, his friends who started small, even during imperfect conditions, watched their investments grow thanks to compound interest. Mark learned the hard way that waiting for perfection often means waiting forever. It's the same with launching a business, starting a YouTube channel, or buying your first property. You tell yourself, "I'll start when the economy is stable. I'll start when I have more time. I'll start when I know everything." The truth, those perfect conditions never arrive. Wealth is built by consistent action, not by waiting for perfect timing. Farmers don't wait for skies that are 100% clear. They sow seeds knowing that some will fail, but that others will produce abundantly. The wealthy understand this principle intuitively. They take action in uncertainty, knowing that even small steps forward compound into massive results over time. Every moment you delay is potential growth you miss out on. Here's a challenge for you. Take a small step today towards something you've been waiting on. Don't wait for perfect conditions, just start. Even a tiny action sets the wheels in motion. These two biblical rules are just as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. Diversify your opportunities. Don't wait for perfect conditions. In a world that feels unpredictable, where markets fluctuate, economies shift, and life can throw curveballs at any moment, these principles give you stability. They're not just spiritual advice, they're practical strategies you can apply to your career, your investments, your business, and even your side hustles. The truth is, applying these principles isn't about surviving, it's about thriving. When you spread your opportunities wisely and take action, even in imperfect conditions, you build momentum that carries you through uncertainty. You start creating real freedom and real wealth, no matter what season of life you're in. Here at The Wealthy Edge, our mission is to break down timeless strategies like these and show you exactly how to apply them in today's world. Every week we explore practical, evergreen insights that help you grow your income, sharpen your mindset, and make smarter financial decisions without the hype, without the shortcuts that don't work. So if you're ready to take control of your financial future, hit that subscribe button and join our community of like-minded people who are committed to thriving, not just surviving. And while you're here, drop a comment below sharing one step you're going to take today to diversify your opportunities or finally act on something you've been waiting on. I'd love to hear your story and celebrate your first move toward building real wealth.